Hey guys, Taylor Moore here. As a filmmaker, I'm always looking for the latest and greatest tools, subscriptions, programs, apps, anything that can help me be more creative and improve the quality of my videos. There are a lot of them out there, but only a handful that are actually worth my money. So, what services do I use, why are they worth it, and how do I use them to improve my filmmaking? First and number one on my list is Artlist. Artlist distributes royalty-free music for a monthly fee, allowing you unlimited downloads of their entire music selection for indefinite use. Before every single video I make, they are my first stop. The beauty here is you never have to worry about copyright infringement, whether you're using that song for YouTube, a personal project, or commercial work. One license to rule them all. The thing to remember in filmmaking is that the track that you choose is largely going to set the mood and the feeling of the video. Thus, using a site like Artlist that allows you to input the theme, the mood, the instrument type, the tempo, you can customize the heck out of these filters to really fine-tune the type of tracks you're looking for, and you can sample them fully even before subscribing to their service to make sure that they have exactly what you're looking for. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this. We're gonna jump into Artlist, and I wanna show you how music can really set the stage for the video that you're producing. So right now we're on Artlist homepage, and you can see they have a really fantastic selection of curated music. You can see the entirety of the sound wave, you can save it as a favorite, you can share it, but what I love is the ability to go in and find exactly the track you're looking for. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go to the browse section. In my case, we're looking to find something that has kind of that classic YouTube style track sound. So we're gonna go into the electronic genre. In video themes, we're gonna go down to vlog. Any track that has vocals in it is going to show this microphone icon, and if you click this up here on the right, you can eliminate all those. So now it's only instrumental tracks. We can sort those by staff picks, top downloads, or the newest. We can choose a tempo if we're looking for something that's more high-paced, medium-paced, or something slow. And then if we need something really long, we can look for that, or maybe something just a little bit shorter. So let's go ahead and sample these, and you can just see how incredibly high quality so many of these tracks are. Man, this is straight out of a vlog. Like, if you want something that's got more like that slower kind of like hip hop driving sound, man, perfect, love it. All right, test number one, I love this track. Let's throw it over some B-roll and see what it does to the mood of the video. Let's go. Alright, so that was pretty good, right? But let's take the same video clips, change up the music, and let's see what it does to the overall mood. So we're gonna find something completely different. All right, let's go round two. We're gonna do another set of videos, back-to-back songs. Let's see how different it is. Again, both Artlist tracks. And here's another Artlist track with a totally different vibe. Again, every single one of these tracks has been through Artlist. So whether you're looking to create vlogs, travel videos, wedding videos, even commercials or corporate videos, Artlist has a huge selection that covers the whole spectrum and likely has a track that's going to be perfectly suited for whatever application it is that you're looking to film. It is $200 a year. I know, it seems steep, but when you think about it from an investment standpoint, you're choosing to invest in creating really high quality videos, and you need high quality music to match. So it's important that you find great music, and Artlist is going to help you do that. Now, the second subscription service that I think is worth investing in is Epidemic Sound. And I can tell you, Epidemic Sound is hands down the most popular subscription service for YouTubers out there, and that's with good reason. Everything that they have built is for YouTube. So if you're looking just to vlog or produce content only for YouTube, then this is probably a really good option for you. But you need to remember that your subscription with Epidemic does not cover commercial work. So if you're going to need tracks for commercials, say you're doing weddings or other things, it's not going to cover that, which Artlist does. So why in the world do I double up on subscriptions for music? The main reason is because Epidemic touches music in a different way than Artlist and sound effects. The first of these is how they differentiate themselves with music, and that's through allowing you to download audio stems. Any track is generally comprised of a number of components, those being usually vocals, drums, instrumentals, and a melodic line of some kind. Now, you may find a track with their service that you really like, but maybe you don't want the vocals in it, or maybe you just want vocals cut out of the second verse. What Epidemic allows you to do is download all of the stems or all of the components of the song separately from each other. This allows you to take all of those different tracks into your editor simultaneously and cut out the portions that you don't want. This is really, really helpful, especially if you need to do more fine-tuned edits of the audio track. And second, Epidemic offers thousands and thousands of sound effects. Right off the bat with Epidemic, it's important to see too that they do have a music selection and a really good one. So if you're looking to get more into YouTube videos, they really have a great selection specifically catered for that. So you can browse similarly to how you do on Artlist by choosing the genre, and even within genre, you can really dial down to the type of genre. You can look at mood, you can look at movement, places, if you're looking to do something that has more of an industrious sound or more of a jungle kind of sound, I guess. Now, while Epidemic does have some really great tracks specifically for YouTube, we are here for the sound effects. But we're gonna look at these in the context of another video clip that I'm shooting. So if you watch this video clip, it's got my buddy riding around on a two-wheel hoverboard. I noticed that there's a flag flapping, there's water all around. This is a great opportunity to help build the scene and draw the viewer into the video by adding in some sound effects. So, as we called out, there's the flag. So let's go ahead and find a flag sound effect. If we're on Epidemic, we can go up here to search, and I'm just gonna type in flag. From there, up here in the sound effects area, we are able to go to all matches. If we go to this one here that says flag billow in the wind and we play that, it's the perfect sound. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Now, besides that, if you've ever been to Chicago, there are seagulls everywhere. The whole place is just filled with them. So I want to find a sound effect that brings in seagulls and also brings in water. So let's search for seagulls first and see what we find. Now, in searching for seagulls, we find this one here called Seagulls by the Tide Pools. And it just so happens to also have a great water sound effect. It really fills out the sound, sets the whole mood, and you get a really good feel for the environment we were in when we were filming. Now, the last thing, because this is a drone shot and we're probably gonna do a little speed ramping, a whoosh sound effect is going to be really effective. So let's search for that. Nah, not really what I'm looking for. Nope. Yeah, that'll work. And let's add that whoosh sound effect on top of it and see what we get. It's much more effective. It just fills out the whole sound. It makes the clip much more robust and really draws the user in. This is what Epidemic is good for. Now, the last subscription service that I recommend investing in touches both the distribution and the audience components of the filmmaking process and is called TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy downloads directly onto your browser and optimizes just about every piece of your YouTube workflow, from uploading your videos to creating templates to choosing your key tags to help get your video in front of the right eyes. There are honestly so many features and tools that they've included, but the ones that make it really worth it for me are the ones that help you optimize your keywords and your tags for each of your videos. So starting off just with the basics, we're just on YouTube's homepage and you'll already notice that TubeBuddy has augmented it with this small logo up here in the top right. Right off the bat, you get a ton more capabilities than YouTube gives you alone. Now, we can spend a ton of time diving into this, but let's go into one of my old videos and I'm gonna show you guys how TubeBuddy works. So this is the move video that I did for Mark Cuban and his team, and if we're looking at the keywords, you'll notice something right off the bat. The tags have numbers associated with them now. What these numbers represent is when the system searches those terms on your account, this is where your video ranks in those searches. So you notice right off the bat, if we search radical move, my video is the second one to come up. So it gives you a real good idea of which ones are working and which ones are worth cutting out. For instance, off-road, road, DJI, they're not doing anything for me. I should get rid of those and I should replace them with other words that are gonna be more effective. Now down here on the bottom, this is what I love. They give you suggestions of better keywords that you could add in, so it might be worth eliminating some of the ones that aren't working and maybe bringing some of these in. The other thing that's really helpful, especially for a video that's aged a little bit, is you can go back in and click suggest, and they'll give you a list of your tags and show how many views came off of people searching for that specific tag. Really helpful, especially when you're trying to dial in your tags and figure out what's working and what isn't. Now next to that is something called Tag Explorer, and if we go into Tag Explorer, you have the opportunity to put in keywords and get an idea of how effective is this keyword actually going to be. In this case, if we were to put in Mark Cuban, we see that the search volume is relatively high, but the competition is also very high, meaning this is probably not the best keyword to use. Your video is just not gonna rank very high. What you're looking for is a high search volume and low competition. When you find that, you've hit a home run. As a side note, TubeBuddy also just released an app that's supplemental to the services that they offer directly on YouTube. So they allow you to go in, see each of your videos, it shows some extra analytics, it shows tag rankings, allows you to edit those tags, and allows you to respond directly to comments on your videos. I'm also really digging the live sub count that they show right at the top, and oddly enough, it's actually more accurate than Studio is sometimes. I've had it recently where Studio is actually showing the wrong number and this one's showing the right number, which can't explain, not sure what's going on there. So that's it. Those are the 3 subscription services that I personally use, that I personally pay for. Yes, I understand none of these are cheap, but the end goal is to produce higher quality content and get it in front of more eyes, which all 3 of these do a really effective job at. Links down below if you're ready to jump in on any of them.